Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to continue with our singing.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Playlist / videos. So the whole idea of this playlist is to create better singers. Now, like I said before, I'm not the best singer in the world, but I can probably make you a better singer, if that makes sense. So I've said before that if you're a crap singer, after this playlist, you'd be average. If you're average, you'd be good, let's say. So I'm not here to blow my own trumpet, if that's a saying around the world. And also, thank you very much for the new subscribers of my 2% of Australian folk. Good day. I bet you're not bored of hearing that, but good day, mates.
Get your hand off my penis!
But anyway, thank you for subscribing. I hope you get something from this. By the way, if you can't understand what I'm saying, you can put the subtitles on. I do apologise. I try and say the words as perfect as I possibly can. So we're going to start the lesson. We're going to do a little bit more advanced singing today. So I'm going to start what I did before. We're going to do a quick warm up with our voices. Let's see where you are with pitch and tone. Then we're going to move on to the lesson. The guitar part on this one as well is a little bit more advanced. So I'm going to do 2 guitar parts where one's, let's say it's an average playing ability, then the other one's a beginner's player's ability. Same with the vocals. So I'm going to mix them all up. So you guys that are good on the guitar, you might get something from this as well. So it's bit of guitar, bit of singing. Thank you for subscribing. Please push that like button. It helps so much. The algorithms have gone crazy on these singing ones, and it's given me an extra, I don't know, 600 subscribers. So thank you so much for you new guys. You're why I'm doing this, so I appreciate it very much. So let's get cracking. Let's start with the warm-up. So if you don't know what I'm talking about the warm-up, I'm essentially doing it all in the key of G. The whole thing is in the key of G, so it's the same every week. I try and make it standardised, that is a word, standardised to make it much easier for us to follow instead of me changing keys, this, that and the other. I do it in 2 registers. I do it in a low register, then I do it in a high register. Depending on your ability, that's the register you would use. And it just gives you something to focus on. If you're doing a low register but you kind of can do the high one, that's your focus, you know. So you keep doing the exercises, you're going to get better. Even if you just take away this exercise, I've done my work. So let's do the exercise. We're going to do it in a key of G. If you don't know how to play the G scale on the guitar, I'll quickly show you. So that's the key we're going to use, that's the scale we're going to use, and we're going to do it in numbers. The reason why I use numbers is a little bit more self-explanatory down the line, but it just makes life much easier, believe me. So we're going to start with the low register, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you use this alone just to work on your vibrato, meaning wobbling your voice, i.e. vibrate, do it on the last note, because when you're singing you probably would do it on the note you'd hold out longer. So example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's where you'd learn it. It's much easier to do vibrato on higher notes. So now let's do the high register. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's always a good thing to do. Like, I can see myself doing this, so it makes life easy. If you're doing these scales, it's not a hack. It's just a bit of advice. Try and do the scales in front of a mirror. Reason being, you see what you're doing with your mouth, so you realise I'm not opening my mouth enough, and you then start to learn how you open your mouth. That sounds so weird, I know, but when you're doing, like, say, certain vocals, it pays to go ah, but sometimes it pays to go ooh, just to keep it nice and tight, you know.
That's what she said. No time, but she did. No time.
So I'm just now going to show you the chords that we're going to use. Again, I'm going to use 2 different chord runs, and then we're going to do 2 different vocal melodies using those numbers. So if you're struggling at those numbers, just stick doing the numbers for a while and then skip forward to the video, and then we'll get cracking on. All right, the 3 chords, it's all in the key of G, remember. D, C, and then G. Now if you want to add like a C added 9, you can do, that's fine. Or if you want to play a C sus2, where you don't play the third, you have the E opening, so you're suspending the note over the third. Remember, if you play a sus2 or a sus4, you're essentially suspending a note over that third. Remember, root third fifth, so just makes it gives the chord a little bit more colour. I use that chord a lot because then it helps me do things like. Just sounds nice, a nice colour, let's say. So what I'll do, I'll play the chords, I'll do the run of the chords, the basic chords, and then I'll do the vocal melody. The vocal melody, like I say, is just 5, 6. So I'll show you it. So we come in with 5. 5, 5, 6, 6, 5, 5, 5, 5, and again 5, 5, 6, 6, 5, 5. So it's a very simple vocal melody. You're doing 2 notes over 3 chords. I've said this before about when you first start singing, you tend to follow the bass note. This will encourage you to move to the third of the C chord. So it's all on a D to start with, where you are singing the bass note, but then when it goes to the C, you're playing third vocally, so it helps your ear train to go where maybe it should go. It just adds a better colour. Don't get me wrong, there is a lot of songs that follow bass notes, but to add a bit of richness and colour, you tend to just follow that third note in that C chord. So that's the basic version. Now I'm going to do a little bit more advanced version, where the singing's much more advanced, and the guitar playing it's not mega advanced, but it just makes you feel like you're playing a better riff or better song, let's say. If you can't play the guitar part, just stick with these 3 chords. So now I'm just going to show the chords, but I'm going to show you the vocal melody, and I'll talk about it afterwards. So those advanced chords, again, I'm going to play it with the open E. So I'm playing a D sus2. So can you see there, if I did it like normal chords. So I went. So that's 5, 8, 7, 6, 8, 7, D. So you can see now we're going to go high, and then you can still do it just with basic chords. So for example, 5, 8, 7, 6, 8, 7, 5. So you can see, it's quite early in the morning for me, so you can see you can do the higher with a basic guitar, but now let's do the whole thing, and I'll show you at the end what I do, but with an advanced guitar. The intro can help you get your ear. 5, 8, 7, 6, 8, 7, 5. So you can see it's a little bit more advanced guitar, and it's a little bit more advanced vocally. If you struggle doing the high vocals, please just do it in the low register. Again, it's not a competition. So can you guys tell me what this chord is? I believe, like I've been playing the guitar for over 20 years. I should know much more than I do, but I'm lazy. Is this a D with an added F sharp in the bass? So obviously there's your D. I play it like that. Because remember, in the key of G, if you're doing an F sharp minor or a G flat minor, there's no that fifth in it, so you have to flatten the fifth. So if I'm in a key of G and I ever play a G flat, I tend to do that in the bass. Now, if it's got a specific name, pop me a comment, because it's kind of driving me crazy because I can't find anyone that says what it is. The chords I'm doing there then is the D with this sus2, and then this sus4, and then that's just a D. If you think about a D bar chord. And that E ringing, you can ring it all the way through, but you don't have to. And then I play a C added ninth. So remember, if you're playing a C ninth, you don't have a third in it. So C added ninth is basically a normal C chord, but you adding that ninth. I tend to play it like that. Sometimes I keep that G in as well. And then I play that D with the flattened, D with the F sharp, because that then also follows a vocal melody. Think about it. Because that's then at the end of it, I go down. So the whole thing, it complements each other. So this is what adding colour to your songs. So that's it today. Thank you very much for watching. Again, if you want me to cover certain things, drop me a comment. I will always interact with you. I'm not one of those guys that just ignores you all. I'm not here for the clout. If you don't know what that word is, look it up. It's a British saying. Again, let me know what you want me to do. I've had a lot of messages regarding BandLab. Now, what is BandLab? BandLab, one word. It's basically an app that you can do it on Android, you can do it on Apple, but it lets you sing into your phone or play into your phone. So go to my playlists, look for demo album. Every song you hear, it's just me playing my acoustic guitar into my phone and then singing into my phone. Obviously, it's not sellable quality, but it's a really good standard where you can either help you get a record deal, help you get gigs, tell your band players this, that and the other, this is what I hear. Because sometimes when you go into a rehearsal room, you've only got maybe 1 or 2 hours, so you're paying for that time. So get it done in your own time, bring it to them, play them it, and they go, oh mate, that sounds ace. Or, oh, I heard something different, let me have this. It helps with the writing progress, and it gives you a voice instead of having to pay to go to play with someone. Unfortunately, rehearsal rooms and recording studios are going bust. Why would you? You can get a Mac and do GarageBand. You know, yes, the drums are fake, but you can do it in a way where it sounds quite good. Listen to my BandLab album, and you'll be able to listen to it and go, you know what? How do I do that? That's what I want to get across. Do you want me to do a BandLab video where I turn my acoustic guitar into a bass guitar, and then I'll show you how to do a good drum track? Remember, you're only singing into your phone, so you don't have a condenser mic. Now, what a condenser mic does, that's what you sing into. A condenser mic it adds phantom power, so it adds like a 48 volt through it. So what it does, it just makes it sound beautiful. You know, wherever you sing, obviously you'd have compression as well, where it makes all the volumes the same. It just brings out the beauty in your voice. So when you hear these young lads or young lasses singing like, oh, baby, come back to me, they're using a condenser mic, so they sound amazing. Because you don't have that in your, well, you kind of do in your phone, but it's nowhere near the quality of a proper microphone. You have to then add, say, like a double track. So if you don't know what double tracking means, again, I'll cover it in a BandLab video, where what I'll do, I'll record it where you're just looking what I'm doing on my phone, if that makes sense. So I'll keep cutting to me playing into my phone, then I'll go back to what I'm doing. Like, I'll start one week where I do say, this is how you do a perfect bass guitar, this is how you do a good drum track, and so on. So if you want me to do that, please let me know and I'll start a playlist. But if you want me to cover anything else, again, let me know. I'll always interact. Next week, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the formula, and we're going to start on a 7th note. Oh, scary, right? Anyway, so thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate all the messages. It's amazing. I love you all. Stay foolish and rock and roll.
Fingers and butts.